Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to dive into June favorites. June has been a big month of makeup, so I've got makeup, of course, I've got a touch of skincare that I want to share with you, as well as some new jewelry that I'm obsessed with. And of course, we've got fragrance and a little bit of fashion this month. So if you are interested in seeing my June favorites, let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, I want to start with SPF because I've been getting a lot of questions about my ultimate favorite is Glow Skin Beauty Solar Shade SPF 50, and it has been sold out everywhere, and I'm not exactly sure what is going on. It's kind of making me sad because that is my ultimate favorite SPF, as many of you know if you've been watching my channel. That is my tried and true, and I have been able to find it at Amazon. So I will put that link below, but before I was buying it at Frisco Beauty, and then they stopped selling it to her location. So then I switched to Derm Store, and it is also saying it is sold out, and it is sold out on the Glow Skin Beauty website. So I'm not exactly sure what is going on with my favorite SPF. I'm hoping that it's going to come back into stock very soon. But in the meantime, my kind of backup SPF that I have been using is the COLORSCIENCE. And this is the Unforgettable Total Protection Face Shield SPF 50. And this is my backup if Glow Skin Beauty is not in stock. And this is not the glow version. I did buy the glow version, but I almost find it a little too glowy for my particular skin type, so I prefer just the regular one. And it does have just a bit of a tint in here. It's almost peachy colored, but it is going to meld into the skin. So if you just keep on rubbing it in, it is going to blend in and mesh with the skin. I find this one is fantastic, kind of almost has a little bit of color correcting in it for my skin type, but it seems pretty universal. This tint does go away. So this has been my go-to SPF since my Glow Skin Beauty has been out of stock. And I also wanted to mention that I love the COLORSCIENCE. This is the Unforgettable. This is broad spectrum SPF 50. This is like a little mineral based sunscreen that I keep in my purse because I don't know about you guys, but I often find myself in situations where all of a sudden I'm out in the sun and all of a sudden I don't have like my SPF with me to reapply, and I can start to feel that I'm getting a little bit too much sun. So this is fantastic, you guys. You literally just brush it on just like this, and it's just going to give you a little extra protection. It's a very light mineral sunscreen, and I just love to keep this in my purse at all times so that I can touch up. So I just wanted to share that this is a true love, and they come in different shades. I have it in fair, I also have it in light, and I think I might even have one in medium. You guys, they're so sheer. It's just a sheer powder. It's not going to like give me a lot of coverage or anything like that, but I just love to have this as an on-the-go kind of SPF. Now, a new SPF that I've been loving for my body is the new chantecaille. This is the C-Screen 30, and it is the Mineral Broad Spectrum SPF Mist. But I just really love this for my body. It has been warm here. It is definitely summer, and I've been wearing more sort of tank tops and such. And I definitely need to protect the skin on my body just as much as my face. I tend to be very attentive to my daily SPF on my face, but then I kind of give my body a pass when I'm fully clothed, but now that we're bringing out our legs and our arms and all that kind of good stuff, I love to use this. And you guys, I apply this directly once I'm out of the shower and I have put on my body cream. Then I will put a fine layer of this mist on. And someone had asked me about the scent that it has, whether it smells like SPF or not. And the funny thing is, it actually has sort of like a orange kind of fresh citrus scent to it. So it definitely does not smell like sunscreen. It actually has sort of a fresh kind of citrusy kind of scent. It actually has organic orange water in there, and it does smell a little bit like orange. So it's really nice, does not have an SPF smell to it. It also is not greasy or thick. And this is also great because I can spray it on areas that I may not be able to get to with a cream or by myself. So I've just been really loving this C-Screen 30, and I also like the fact that it supports Wild Aid. So as many of you know, Chantecaille is one of my favorite makeup brands because although it is a luxury brand, you can kind of feel good about buying makeup because they are always giving back to philanthropic organizations, especially the philanthropic organizations that pertain to animals and bees and those kind of things. So this is a fantastic SPF, you guys, definitely worth checking out. A brand that is new to me, but that I'm absolutely in love with, is CATBIRD New York City. And Chantecaille actually sent this kind of in a little PR package. And this is a little lace little lunch bag, and you guys, it is just so sweet, so delicate. This is actually $16 on their website, and I feel like this is such a cute little gift. I think it's fantastic to give as presents. You definitely can put in your little summer essentials in here and carry it to the beach. I just love this, and we are actually going to New York in a few weeks, and there's 2 locations of CATBIRD New York City. There's one in Soho and there is one in Brooklyn, and we're actually staying in Brooklyn this time. So I'm so excited because I'm going to go to the actual location. I'm going to check out all their fun gifts and goodies, but they have amazing jewelry, and I'm so bummed because I was not able to get an appointment to get zapped. But just in case you live there or are going to be going there later in the summer, they actually have where you can get like one of these kind of thin bracelets. I think they have 4 options of bracelets, and they will zap it on you to your perfect size of your wrist. And you can go do that with a friend or your daughter. So I was hoping to go get zapped with my daughter, kind of go get us matching little bracelets and get them fitted perfectly to our wrists because we tend to have a little bit smaller wrists. And I thought that would be super fun. They didn't have any appointments available, but I'm going to see if I can get on the wait list because I think that would be such a fun thing to go and do. So new discovery is CATBIRD New York City. You guys definitely go check out their website. Lots of really cute jewelry and gift ideas, and I just can't wait to go in person. Okay, so moving on to new skincare. As many of you know, I'm a huge fan of Biologique Recherche. I have used that brand for years, so I think I may have found a new favorite cream that I have not tried. I've actually tried the mask version, but not the actual cream, and that is Creme Biofixine. So I generally have used the Creme msr-h, which is a very kind of rich cream. It's definitely for more hormonal skin, which I had been suffering from, a little bout of rosacea, just some hormonal issues, but that seems to be at bay for the moment. And so when I was talking to Bisma, she is my BR guru, and she's located at Artisan Beaute in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I buy my BR products from. And she had recommended trying Creme Biofixine for the summer because this one just has a little bit lighter texture. It's also going to have a little bit more of a brightening effect on the skin than the Creme msr-h. I love that one, you guys. It's great, and I think it's fantastic for the more winter months or for people that really have hormonal skin or really dry skin. But I was looking for something that was going to have a little lighter texture, still be aimed at anti-aging and for dry skin, but also have some brightening kind of ingredients in it. And I have fallen in love with the Creme Biofixine. So this one has a very light texture. This is one of their white creams. If you're familiar with the brand, they have some creams that I would call kind of like brown creams that have a little bit more yeast in them, which my skin also really likes. But this is the texture of the Biofixine, and you guys, my skin has just been so happy with this cream. So it feels very hydrated. It feels like it's plumping it up. It does give it a little bit of a glow, but it is not super heavy. And as the weather is changing and we had like a big heat dome here in the hundreds, I definitely don't want to be feeling those heavy creams. I want something that's going to be a little lighter in texture, and this has been fantastic. So I'm so in love with this new cream. My skin feels very happy and at peace right now. And I also just finished a whole jar of the Creme Biofixine mask, which I definitely would repurchase. The mask has a little bit of French clay in it, but don't worry, it's definitely still for people with dry, mature skin, but it definitely has some sort of magical element in it. I will sleep in the mask and my skin will feel very hydrated. It will feel a little bit more firm and smoother, I think, kind of from that little bit of that clay in there. So it's just a fantastic mask. I kind of call it magical, and I will repurchase that. And that was just sort of my entree into the Biofixine line, and I just really love this. So I wanted to give a shout out to that cream because that was new for the month of June. And lately I've been getting a lot of questions about Biologique Recherche on some of my older videos. So I think what I will do is another kind of updated video with some of my favorites and my essentials, because I know that that line can be very overwhelming. And I always tell people, please reach out to Bisma. She's amazing. I'm going to leave her contact information in the description box because she knows the line inside and out. I know from personal experience and from using this line for years, but I am not like a BR esthetician guru, and what works for my skin may not work for yours. So that's why I'm always hesitant to give those kind of recommendations, just because each and every one of us is unique and individual, and I don't want to steer you the wrong way. So I'll leave Bisma's information below. She's a little gem, you guys. You will love her, and she is a true expert in Biologique Recherche. Okay, moving on to foundations. I do have two that I have been reaching for the most this past month, and one of them is an oldie but a goodie, you guys. I have just completely fallen in love with this again, and this is the Chanel CC Cream. This has an SPF of 50. This does have chemical and physical sunscreen in it. I have fussy skin, and for some reason this does not bother my skin, so I'm kind of surprised by that. It also has a touch of fragrance, but this is a fantastic foundation for the summer. It's what I'm wearing today, and it's just easy. So when the summer rolls around, I tend to really focus on those easy kind of tinted moisturizers, and I just love the CC cream because it actually has a lot of coverage, but it looks like skin. I don't know exactly how they did it, but you will get a nice glowy finish with this. You'll have a little added protection with SPF, but as I always tell you, do not rely on your makeup for your SPF. You should always be using some sort of SPF on your face, and then your foundation is just going to be bonus SPF if it has it. And I'm in the shade Beige 30 here, and it's just a fantastic kind of glowy finish with the added benefit of having SPF. And then we have a very luxe foundation, and this was a subscriber request. I've been getting a lot of questions as to whether I had reviewed this, and this is the SISLEYA LUCENT, and this is from SISLEY, and this is their anti-aging foundation. And as I mentioned in the video when I was talking about this, I had purchased this when it first launched, but I had totally purchased it in the wrong color. I had purchased it in linen, and it was definitely leaning much more yellow on my skin. And you lovely subscribers told me to purchase the shade OR Vanilla, and this is the shade OR in Vanilla. And it looks a little bit light, you guys, but it totally works on my skin. I think it oxidizes maybe just a smidge, so it totally worked, especially once I put on bronzer, blush, and everything. I felt like it was a very good match, so thank you for that. But you guys were right, this is a really fantastic foundation. It is going to be very comfortable, very hydrating on the skin. It does not have a ton of coverage, not going to be as full coverage as my CC cream, but it is going to do something magical on my skin. It's going to give it a little bit of blurring action, but many of you told me that I was really going to enjoy it, that it has skincare benefits in it, and guess what? You guys were right. I really do love this one. I've been reaching for it a lot, and this is an expensive foundation. There are tons of other foundations out there that are going to be much more reasonable, that you will get the same effect. But since you guys had wanted me to review it and it was on sale at the time that I was buying it, I have to say thank you. I really do like this foundation a lot. I'm a fan of the brand, and the SISLEY products tend to work really well with my skin type. So just wanted to give a little shout out and thank you for the nudge to go ahead and give this a try again in a different color. Okay, next up is Lisa Eldridge's launch. You guys, I was so excited because she came out with the Elevated Glow highlighters, which I bought 2 of. I also love the Enlivening blushes, and then she came out with some new shades of her Luxuriously Lucent lipsticks and lip gloss colors. So I have fallen in love with 2 of her Elevated Glow highlighters. I first started with Crystal Nebula, and I loved it so much. I love the texture. I love the kind of natural look it gives on the skin that I went ahead and picked up Cosmic Rose, because many of you were like, you got to get Cosmic Rose. It's so pretty, and I was kind of on the fence when I was buying everything that morning when it launched. I was all worried everything was going to sell out, and I have to tell you, I might even have to pick up the other 2 highlighters because I love these so much. So these are the 2 colors that I got. This is Crystal Nebula, and then this is Cosmic Rose. Here are the 2 colors. So you guys, this is Crystal Nebula, and it's sort of a beautiful gold champagne, and it said it would look great on fair skin tones. And then the Cosmic Rose here is exactly that, sort of a really pretty rose highlighter, and that said it would look fantastic for light medium skin tones. And we're going to go ahead and put on a little bit of the Cosmic Rose here. And the way I have been liking to use these highlighters is kind of under and on top of foundation, and they just look super natural, you guys. It's going to give you a really pretty glow. It has very finely kind of crushed micro pearls in it, so I guess if you were going to come up super close, you might be able to see that on my skin, but for someone who doesn't like super blingy kind of highlighter, I like it to be more in that natural looking zone. They're just so glowy. They give you like a really nice kind of pretty glow to the skin, but kind of in that very natural, like I just have pretty healthy skin. That's what I'm going for, and I just love them. So I have been putting a little bit underneath before I put on my foundation, and then I will go ahead and use it on top of foundation as well. I love these two highlighters. So happy that I purchased them, and I did get a question as to the difference between my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, which I love that one as well, and this. And what I would tell you is they're both going to give you this kind of healthy, natural skin glow, but I do feel like this has almost a little bit of a cooling effect on the skin, almost like it has like some sort of gel-like texture in it, versus the Flawless Filter feels a little bit more serum-y, a little more texture like that, whereas this one feels a little bit more like gel-like to me, a little more aqua-y feeling, if that's even a thing. They both claim to have skincare benefits and such, and I still really like my Hollywood Flawless Filter. If I had to just pick one, I think I would pick the Cosmic Rose. So again, I really like that Crystal Nebula, but I find that this Cosmic Rose almost works a little bit better for my skin tone. So really love that. Now I picked up several of her lipsticks, and I love this Luxuriously Lucent formula. And I have to tell you, there's two that are standouts for me that I've been reaching for the most, and one of them's kind of a surprise to me. But the first one is Spirited Away, and this is the color of Spirited Away, you guys. It's just a really pretty modern kind of rose wood, and this is just a really unique color in that it's got a little touch of brown in it, a little touch of red, like a pink with some warm undertones. So it just sort of morphs on the lips. It's also said to make the whites of your eyes a little brighter and give your complexion a little pop. So I've totally fallen in love with the Spirited Away. And then the surprise hit for me, and I had to go back and order this. I made one order and then I fell in love with the products, and then I made another order, and that is Dance Card. Now, I am not someone who gravitates towards these sort of coral pink tones. This is a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, but the way that Lisa described it was sort of a vintage kind of peach pink coral tone that was kind of unique, and I'm so glad I did, because this has been a surprise hit. And for any of you that missed out on the blushes, those pretty much sold out right away. I have to tell you, this makes the most amazing blush. So I do have to say, I got two of her blushes. I think they're fantastic. My favorite is Pink Soap, which is just exactly how it's kind of described. It's sort of a muted, soft pink. And then I got Mountain View, which is a very vibrant pink. And then I got a tip from Jill, if you're watching. She told me to mix both of those together, and it creates an amazing blush color, and it really does. So thank you, love that. And I love these blushes, and I think she's gonna do a restock because I know they're all sold out. But going back to this lipstick, this one makes the best color on your cheeks. That's actually what I'm wearing today, is Dance Card. And this is the shade Dance Card, and it's just such a fun color. It's a little bit retro, definitely in that kind of coral tone that, again, I don't tend to gravitate towards, but I definitely feel like it is a fun color. I'm so glad I picked it up, and you guys, it's such a fantastic blush. Literally, this is what I have been using on my cheeks as well, and it's just going to give you the prettiest little flush on your cheeks. You guys, this is a fantastic color. So not only for your lips, but totally using this on your cheeks as well. So this is not only a surprise hit as far as a lipstick for me, but I absolutely love it as blush, and I've been using using this a lot. So kind of a fun little pop of color. Just love Dance Card. So I love all the lipsticks, I love the blushes, I love the highlighters, and I did pick up one other color in her lip glosses. I'm already a fan of her lip glosses, and this is in Songbird. And again, this has kind of a little bit of a retro feel to it that I've also really been enjoying. So I've just absolutely loved everything I got from Lisa Eldridge, but the two lippy standouts are here. This is Dance Card, and then right up there is Spirited Away. These are two lipsticks that I absolutely recommend.